Okay, this is the final chapter in my Gerber Gator Bolo machete video. This is the best machete I've ever had, and most people don't use a machete as much as I have used one. I cleared 2 acres with this machete right here, and I'm talking small trees, brush, vines, uh, bushes. I mean, this thing, it's a lot of work, but I couldn't believe how well it worked. And I liked it so much that I went and I bought a second one. Well, the second one sort of got away from me, and I left it in the bottom of a toolbox, and it got wet and the blade rusted. Well, let me show you what they normally look like. And this thing, I showed it the other day, this thing will slice paper. It is sharp. And I'll tell you, when you get these, it comes with a really crappy edge. You really got to put some work into putting a good edge on it. But once you do, it'll hold that edge for a long time. And that's one drawback, is it does not come with a really good edge. And the second drawback is the handle is just a little too skinny for, average size hands or bigger. And this rubber coating, when your hands start sweating, this thing will slip right out of your hands. So, it's great. And I haven't found anything better than this. And I tried, I've got a lot of older videos where I tried, a dozen or more different machetes. And there were some machetes that had potential, but they all had more drawbacks than this. And this is what I needed. I needed something heavy on the end that would whack right through, a bush that big, a tree that big. Okay, I was interrupted there for a second. And this, man, I was amazed at the things I could cut with this. I cut a 6-inch tray with this, not because I had to, but because I just wanted to see if I could. And it wasn't much effort at all. And the edge did not roll. Now, I've read reviews of this thing where up here, the area that receives the most use is like from about here to about here. And over time, it does, chip the edge, but you hit fences and you hit rocks. And if you're hammering it, cutting something against the ground, you're going to hit stuff that's going to chip it. It's just the nature of high carbon steel and rocks, So it doesn't take much effort. Once you put your good edge on it, it takes very little effort after that to replace the good edge if you knock a little ding in it. So anyway, I found the other one finally after about a year. I found it, and it was just covered in rust. So I decided that I was just going to take a piece of sandpaper and rub the rust off of it. And I got kind of carried away. And then I decided, since I rubbed all the rust off it, some of the paint came off it, and I didn't like the handle anyway, so here's what I did. I just sort of got carried away. The handle I like. And, this isn't like chrome-like, but I didn't expect to bring it up this high. I just thought I would clean the rust off. And then since a lot of the paint came off, I decided to just go ahead and do a little. Oh, I'll tell you what else I did. This edge here, see, this edge is this called a hollow grind. And, most high-speed manufacturing processes use a hollow grind because it's just a cheap, easy way to get an edge on a blade. I don't like a hollow grind. I like a flat grind. So I sanded the hollow grind out, and it took me 2 solid days of rubbing to get that hollow grind sanded out. And so that's what that looks like. And I'm real happy with it. Now, I don't think I'll ever use it, to tell you the truth. I'm not done. I think I may drill a hole and drive in a brass ferrule and put a piece of paracord in here, like this. Something like that, I have some paracord right here. And I just may hang it on my wall in the house. Put some oil on it, keep it from rusting again, but I doubt I'll ever need two of them again. And the reason I bought a second one is because when I bought the land across the street initially, my wife didn't want nothing to do with it. We had more than enough property to take care of. And the only reason I bought it was because I just didn't want people buying it and moving across the street from me. Because, they might come put in an eightplex and anyway. So I bought it because I didn't want to ruin my quiet little life at the end of the road there. And then about halfway through me clearing that land, my wife seen that I wasn't, I was going to get it cleared and make it part of our yard. And I did. Then she got involved and she kept taking my machete. So I bought a second machete. And that was this one. And now we're never going to need two machetes again. Because I bought her own chainsaw. So this is it. That's what we're looking like. Okay, the machete saga is done.
Inside of it. Will you stop biting my finger?
Move, Breezy, your big head's in the way.
I can't pour any more out, guys. It's full.
The ducks are funny. The chickens, they're not so funny.
Well, do you mind? Watch this one. I give them some vegetables. They know they want them, but they're a little big and they don't,
Don't give them any chicken.
yeah.
Don't give them any ideas. Boy, them ducks, my God, they have quadrupled in size.
Yeah, they're only two. Look at him trying to get
Yeah,
the bottle.
yeah.
I knew he would. The other day when I set it over there, he looked at it for a long time, thinking, okay, there's that bottle she pours in the, and I love that. Here, come get a.
Are those frozen or?
No, they're in the, but okay, look, we gotta give some to the chickens.
That yellow duck saying,
Here, little chicken. The chicken don't really know what to do with it, but boy, these ducks do. Here, Sam. Now, chickens, I gave opportunity, but there's one. All I had to do was point to it, and he found it.
Is it warm enough for them to go outside?